Good morning to all my fellow North Lawrence Community School administrators. My name is Dennis Massengill. I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm here today to talk to you about Adminum. As you guys know, Adminum is an online learning resource that is not only beneficial to our students, it will help those students that are struggling, and it'll help those students who are high achievers even achieve a higher level of success. But it's also very beneficial to teachers who can see some differentiated instruction and can help them in their classroom. But the most important thing, and the reason why you're here today, is that it will help you as administrators with data-driven instruction. And we all know that's a big buzzword in education today. So let's go ahead and take a look at their website. Go ahead and click on this, and you'll see we're going to go ahead and hit login. Now, there's all sorts of choices here. We're going to use Study Island, or we can use Play-Doh. We will have access to everything up here to help individual schools. We're going to go ahead and click on Play-Doh because this is the one I used last spring. So let's go ahead and click on Play-Doh, and I'm going to have to log in here. So let me take care of that. Now, after we log in, you will see right here on the board behind me, this is all of the assignments that were completed by my students this past spring. Of course, this is just the last 10 or so that were done, and many things that they did. This class was a very interesting class in that we took some of the lowest performing math students and put them all in one class and said, let's see what we can do with these kids. And I was very happy with the success we had with these kids. But I'm going to go ahead and click on the PLE up there in the corner. Okay, it takes us to the Play-Doh website, and you will see here that we can create a class, any class we want. We can create learners for that class. We can also create courses or subjects, or perhaps even just little pieces of math to put in, or math and other subjects, to put in that class. But I'm going to go ahead and click on the home up here. I want you guys to see how this works. So let's click on, assignments, click on assignments. And I want you to see that we're going to click on Better for North Lawrence High School. And these were the assignments that I gave my Algebra 1 class this past spring. Now you'll see this is just a partial list. There are 234 different things that I assigned because we double it up some of them and reassign them. Like I said, this was a very challenging class, and I was very proud of the results. We took some of the lowest performing kids and put them in a class, and I was very happy to say that two of my seniors who had never passed a math class before passed the ECA and got to graduate because they were in this class. I was very happy with that. But we're going to go ahead and watch PowerPoint now, so let's go ahead and log out of this here. Let's go ahead and watch PowerPoint. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is some of the reasons why we'd use Adminum. Now, as an administrator, you all know that there's lots of things that are important to us that we need in the classroom. And Adminum will allow us to do many, many things. I'm not going to read this to you. You have the PowerPoint in front of you. You can check it out. You can see what's going on here. But some important things that that I find very useful to me is the real-time reporting and some of the biggies, rigorous instruction. Okay, that's another big buzzword in education, that rigorous instruction. And Adminum does allow us for this. And that real-time reporting is kind of neat. It's a thing where you can just use Adminum to actually access everything the students are doing at all time. Big thing. All right, now another big word is credit recovery. We all know those students get behind, and how are we going to get them caught up? There's only so many periods in the day. Adminum allows us to use credit recovery, and we can personalize that credit recovery for the students, and they can do it at home, and they can get credits and move on to the next level. Big thing in high school, definitely in high school. But at all levels, it'll be very helpful too. Now, you will see that what comes next, of course, graduation rate. Now, as a high school administrator, some of you are, graduation rate is very important to us. It helps us with our school grade. It helps us with money from the state of Indiana. So graduation rates, you can help improve those by using Adminum, by motivating students using online courses, the ones that don't like to sit in regular classrooms, and they can graduate, and that's a really important thing. Okay. Another thing we can do with Adminum, and this was a big one, is we can personalize learning for our students. Now, what I mean by that is every individual student, we can actually give them an individualized, kind of like an IEP, individualized education program to help them with Adminum, and that's really important. Again, real-time data. Now, another big word in education today is formative assessment. We all know we have to pass those standardized tests. Now, Adminum does a good job with allowing us to create those standardized tests to help them get prepared for like I said, my case, the ECA this past spring, when I really helped some of those kids get ready, and I had those 2 seniors pass and graduate. That was a huge, huge thing. So formative assessment, big, big important things for a minimum. Now here's the thing that's going to be beneficial to you as administrators, data-driven instruction. Now, data-driven instruction, we all know the state of Indiana, you use data. You're supposed to use data to justify everything you do, and a minimum allows that. And you can print off report after report after report and say, this is what my students are doing. Okay? And again, testing preparation. Now in regular classrooms, if you're going to use this as a supplement, you can use pre-test and see how the student, what they know beforehand, and then get them through the program and then give them a good test afterwards. So we can prep them for our tests in our classroom by using a minimum. And again, it's a very important thing to get those kids ready for tests. Now one of the big things there is we can identify skills gaps, and that's important, we all know, especially in mathematics. Now another thing in education we all know that's important is differentiated instruction. Now, Minimum does a great job with showing videos and having things that kids can read and they can see examples. Differentiated instruction is a big thing, and we all know as teachers, former teachers, most of you, you use different instruction all the time, and Minimum does the same thing, except it does it online. Very good idea. Now, here's the important thing for you as administrators is the standards we're going to cover now. Of course, there are lots and lots of standards, but I try to grasp the things that I think are most important to you. Of course, standard 2.2, 2.5, those are big ones there, but here's the even bigger ones. 5.1, where we empower teachers and staff to set high and demanding academic and behavior expectations. And right there, establish static, rigorous instruction. And then the 6.1 and 6.2, data, we all know data is important, and technology. And we all know where we're going with technology. So again, a minimum does all these things for us using these administrative standards. So very important here. Now, cost. Cost is a big one. Now, unfortunately, minimum's not free. The cost for a minimum for North Lawrence Community Schools is just around $362,000 for 3 years. Now, that allows us to use everything they have. The good thing about it is they will allow us to pay for it installments of 3 once per year, about $121,000. Okay? All right, and lastly, some of the things. How are we going to pay for a minimum? Well, you know, we can apply for technology grants from the Department of Education. We can use capital projects money to help us with the wiring and buying computers and stuff like that for the program. We can buy iPads and other items with Race to the Top money. We can apply for the federal money. And of course, the big important things here, data-driven instruction, and here's a big one, educational vouchers are taking kids from our schools, and Minimum allows us to compete with those online schools. If you have any questions, my email information is down below. Thank you, and I appreciate you coming. Thank you. Have a great day.